here for another video for Freeform Dreadlock Talk. Freeform Dreadlock Talk is a show that I started to do because people ask me a lot of questions about my dreadlocks. I've had my dreadlocks for 24 years now, and I've had all kinds of experiences with them and tried all different types of things to help them stay healthy and strong. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about using dish soap on your dreadlocks. I did a video a long time ago talking about how I use Dawn dish soap every now and then when I feel like I need some extra deep cleaning on my dreadlocks. As my dreadlocks get thicker, the width of them, this might not be thick to some, but this is thick for me. As my dreadlocks get thicker and they get longer, I feel like I need deeper cleansing applied to them. Those are some of my longer ones. But yeah, as they get thicker and longer, I feel like I require a deep cleanse every now and then. So today I did use Dawn dish soap on it. I used the Ultra. That's the one that's the deepest cleansing. Some people are naysayers about using dish soap on your hair just in general because it's most made for dishes. There's a lot of things that we use for dishes that we think is meant for our body. Some people use regular bar soap to wash dishes. So, I mean, it's soap. But how irritating is the soap is the question. For me, when I use it, I don't use it all the time. But when I do use it, yes, it can cause dryness of the scalp. And you can dry your hair out because it's cleansing all the oils out of your hair and your scalp. So what you want to do, at least this is what I do, after I wash my hair with the Dawn, I let it get to where it's damp. Right now it's just drying. It's still kind of dripping. It's dripping dry right now. But what I like to do is I like to let it get damp, and then I apply some sunflower oil or olive oil or coconut oil, whatever oil I have, and massage my scalp with it, just lightly massage my scalp, and then apply some to my dreads lightly into the ends, and then let it dry completely and put it away in a ponytail or whatever, back in a ponytail bun or whatever, just to keep it out of the way and keep it clean from attracting a lot of dirt, dust, and lint. So yeah, that's basically how I use it. And I don't use it like every single day, once a week. I probably use it in total probably once every 3 months, probably at the most. Once a year is perfect, but once every 3 months at the most for me with the Dawn dish soap. If you do decide to use it every day, because some people do use it every day on their dreads, I suggest using either a nice light oil on it so your dreads don't dry out and break off, or you can, what else was I going to say? Or you can use some herbal tea rinses. Make some rosemary tea, really strong one, a lot of it. Depending on how long your hair is, you may need a lot of it. But yeah, make something like that. That has a lot of good oils in it. The rosemary is good for your scalp, good for dandruff. It's good for hair growth. Also, you can use what else? What else would be nutritive to put on your hair after you've done the Dawn? You can use hibiscus, a rinse of hibiscus tea. You can do a sage rinse. You could do there's so many different beneficial herbs out there. You can make a tea of marigold, use some dried marigold flowers. If you're having really bad problems with eczema, you can do a rinse. Just pour that on your hair and scalp and just leave it on there. You don't have to rinse it off. Some people like to rinse off the tea rinses. I don't. I just leave them on and good to go. The only thing that may happen if you leave them on, leave the rinses on, if there's a rinse where it stains, then it'll leave a color, like the hibiscus or the rosemary. Those will leave a color on your hair. If you don't want that, then use something else. Use a different thing. You can use black tea after your rinse. That's very nutritive, and it helps to promote a healthier scalp and healthier head of hair, because it helps with hair fall, which I talked about in another video, as far as natural hair. It helps with hair fall. It helps with if you want to dye your white hairs or gray hairs, it helps cover up that if you want to do that. It's up to you. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys and tell you something. That one thing that I decided to do that I've done a while ago was use Dawn dish soap. And yeah, there are so many naysayers out there if you use anything that people deem as being unnatural. Um, it works, and there's certain things that are natural that don't work for me as far as getting out what I need to get out. So it worked for me, and if it works for you, then you can use it. Like I was gonna say about people using the Dawn dish soap every day. Um, yeah, it just depends on, because look, you have to replenish all the oils that you lost if it gets too dry. But if you don't do that, then it can wreak havoc on your scalp and your dreads. So if you do use it, make sure you moisturize, just get your scalp and hair moisturized so that your hair doesn't break off. All those years that you spent growing your hair out and then it breaks off. Having dreadlocks is a trial and error type of thing, and so is specifically freeform dreadlocks. So I hope that this helps anybody out there who is wondering how they can get the excess residue out of their dreads, how to get the lint out. When you want to get the lint out, here's the thing: is try to avoid sweaters that have like light color fuzzy fuzz balls all over them. Try to wear, if you're gonna wear sweaters like that, maybe put your hair up, and so it doesn't rub against the sweater. Cause this sweater right here, this is like really my only sweater, and I like it a lot. But it's got little fuzz balls on it that I can probably get a lint brush for and get to it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show, and I hope it helps you if you're trying to figure out. Some people get so frustrated with buildup that they just end up cutting their locks off and saying, "Fuck this. This is too much. It's supposed to be low maintenance. It's feeling like it's high maintenance." It only becomes high maintenance when you make it that way. People with their fancy hairdos, with the dreadlocks and doing all these manipulations and stuff, it can wreak havoc and damage your locks over time if you're doing it over and over again. With me, and I've talked about this before, if I braid my locks, I have like a thin spot. I don't know if you can see that though, but it's thinner. You see that? It's thinner right there because I've been braiding it. So if I stop braiding it and just put it back and don't braid it, then it won't have any weak spots in it. That's how you solve that. There's no need to stress out about it. People are too, what time is it? People are too busy concerned with if it looks perfect. These are freeform dreadlocks. They're not supposed to look perfect. And if you think that they are, then you don't have freeform dreadlocks. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. People are trying to sugarcoat things and make, oh, yeah, what you could do with this, you make it look like this hairstyle and that hairstyle. That wasn't the main, the main definition of what freeform dreadlocks are. Yeah, I do braid my hair every now and then, like in 2 braids or 1 braid. But I feel like that in itself is too much. That in itself is too much manipulation. So, because what happens is, the hairline starts to get thin. My hairline's gotten thicker though, because I use that wild growth hair oil, and I use the Jamaican lime castor oil on my scalp, and that's really made my hair get a lot thicker, because I was experiencing a lot of thinning, and I think it has a lot to do with the lack of hormones with going through menopause right now, and I've noticed a lot of thinning. So I'm going to show you in the back. I'm going to turn around and see if you can see what my hair looks like in the back from where I'm sitting. Can you see it? But it's starting to grow in a lot more. Like this up top right here is shorter, but it's grown in so much. It used to be little stubs back there. So if you feel like you need extra care for your hair, pay attention. That's all you have to do, is pay attention to what your hair is telling you. It's always talking to you. Like if it's too dry, it'll let you know. It'll feel like crispy. It feels like it's going to break off. Then that means you need more moisture. Or you could have too much product on your hair. It's building up and it's causing your hair to break off. That can happen. If you have too much buildup in your hair and you have dreadlocks, sometimes what can happen is that if it hasn't been cleansed out, the hair will get so dry and stiff from the buildup that it'll break off. So the way to avoid that is just to be aware when your dreads feel really dry and need more moisture. Just replenish them with moisture. I use a spray bottle, spritz them. You can put a little bit of oil in there if you want for sealing in the moisture if you want. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I hope it helps anybody out there that's on their freeform dreadlock journey and realize that it's as easy as you want it to be. So, with that said, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos with your friends and family. And thank you for your kind comments. Leave your comments down below and let me know how your freeform dreadlock journey is going. And if you've used Dawn dish soap before. A lot of people are looked down on because they're using stuff like this that isn't quote-unquote natural. But I say just use what works. That's it. Use what works. If it's not working, don't use it. Not everybody has access to all these natural things. So do the best you can with taking care of that head of hair of yours. And remember that the most important thing is feeding your body healthy, nutrient-dense foods and nutrient-dense drinks and water within your body, internally. Because you're just only concentrating on the outside of your head and not paying attention to what's on the inside, then you're going to still have damage. You're still going to have breakage. You're still going to have hair fall. You're still going to have these problems. So, anyways, take care and keep it simple and easy. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, you can go to my Cash App. I'll have the description and the links below. Description. I have the link in the description below. It's been a long day. I went on a long, hot walk. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Brightest blessings to y'all, and I will see you soon.